Fellow audio nerds, let's learn some Melodyne. Today, we're going over 3 tips and tricks you may not know while using Melodyne. So the first one may seem obvious, but the amount of people I know that use Melodyne without setting up quick keys is crazy. Just like in any DAW you use, if you're utilizing it without quick keys, you're spending far too much time to accomplish anything. The 5 main quick keys I use allow me to switch between editing tools fast and easy, so I can breeze through my projects. I'll go over utilizing these tools further in future videos, but for this one I'm just going to show you my setup. My left hand controls all of these. So if we hit Preferences, Shortcuts, Editing Tools, you can see I have the Pitch tool set as A. You can see that also right here. This is the main tool used to navigate the screen and move notes. You can see S is my pitch drift tool. This is the main tool used when altering the vibrato of a singer without minimizing what they're doing. This is a good example of this. This is what they did originally. S brings it to pitch drift. Pull that down, straightens this out. This is what they were hoping to accomplish. I have Z set as my note separation tool. Again, I'll dive into this later in future videos, but it's so important to cut these notes up when attempting to tune naturally and have more control making a note land where it should. Now, next, I have X as my pitch modulation tool. This alters the notes in a less natural way, but it's still essential to use in certain scenarios. Now watch as the vibrato completely disappears as you pull it down. Back into Preferences, if you scroll down, Restore Original, Undo all pitch changes. I have this set to my mouse as a quick key. I use this all the time. This is important for a number of reasons, but the main one is sometimes you want the note to go back to where it was without pressing Command Z. Next, I see a lot of people not utilizing the monitor when editing blobs function. You can find this in Preferences, Shortcuts, Editing Options, Monitor when editing blobs. I set this as B. I turn this on and off when tuning a song that maybe I'm not sure exactly where the note should sit. While it is engaged, if you grab it right in the center of the long vibrato and slide it up and down, the resonance should tell you about where it should land. But of course, always use your ears. Here's an example of this. Okay, so she's obviously a little flat here, and this is kind of obvious, but this works in most scenarios. That feels right. That sounds great. Alright, and the last tip of the day is to make sure in your settings you have engaged the Show Sibilance option. You can find that by going to Options, Note Editor, Show Sibilance. This is huge because you do not want or need to move any of the hard S or plosive sounds while tuning for a few reasons. Mainly because it is a waste of time and occasionally can sound unnatural. Melodyne 5 does a pretty good job at showing you these and cutting them on its own. But if it's not cut, it's a good idea for you to cut that on your own before moving forward with moving the targeted note. You know, this is a perfect example. I cut it on its own, cut this on its own. You don't want to move these. They don't do anything and they can sound unnatural. And if like this, if it's not cut, go ahead and just do a quick cut there before you do this. And that's it for today, guys. Give me a follow if you want to see more, as I'm currently making a series that dive deep into Melodyne 5. Thanks.